Hello everyone, I want to show you around my greenhouse. It might be a long video, so I'm just going to get right into it. Bear with me. Okay, so first plant when you come into my greenhouse, it's flowering right now. This is my corkscrew flower. I don't know the scientific name. I'll try to find it and I'll put it in the description for you if you're curious. Next, I have my Hoya. Gee, oh my god, you guys, I'm so bad with plant names. I don't know, you're gonna have to like figure it out or I'm gonna put it on the screen. But it's the one that look like little grapes when it gets sun stressed. If you love Hoyas, I'm sure you'll know what this is. And by the way, I didn't clean up. It's messy. There's like dead leaves. It's just real, okay? Next, I have this orchid. I think this is a bronze maiden. I think this is what they call it. And it's a really cool phalaenopsis. Phalaenopsis are my favorite type of orchids, if you didn't know, or probably don't care. But yeah, these are so cool. The leaves are a little bit more silver, well, a lot of it more silver than a regular phalaenopsis. Is usually just a dark green color. But I really love this one. You can see I have some pests in here that are eating my plants. I got some praying mantis so that way I can release them in here so that I cannot have that happen, but I have yet to put them in here yet. Next plant that I have that I want to show you is this begonia. It's not the begonia ferox. Dude, I'm so bad with the names right now. I'm just gonna put it on the screen. But I really love the leaves on this one. Has like these spikes, which aren't like really spikes, they're just kind of like bumpy leaves. And we've got so much new growth coming in. I really love this begonia, one of my favorites. This is a metanilla. So beautiful, so pretty. This flower is so cool. It had a second bloom here, but it fell off already. It's been like 2 weeks, and it's just so gorgeous. I love flowers. I love flowering plants. Here is one of my favorite plants as well. This is a Phalaenopsis gigantea. It's got a little bit of leaf damage here, but it's such a beautiful plant, and I love the leaves. They're so huge. I really love this plant. I think this is my second time growing this because I had one before and I killed it because I just wasn't taking care of it. But yeah, I have this planted in Soul Soils. They have like an orchid bark mix that I really, really love because it has these husks, which the Phalaenopsis seem to really love because it retains moisture while still keeping it really aerated in here. Here is a Hoya, another Hoya. This is Hoya pulchra. I love this Hoya so much. I ordered another one because I want to make the plant fuller. But I really like the leaves on this, and the leaves come out kind of purple. It's just a really beautiful plant. I don't have a picture of it. You're going to have to look it up. Hoya pulchra. This is my Hoya ganangarin. It is so pretty. I love this plant so much. Look at that. They look reptilian. So, so beautiful. Dude, I don't know how long this video is going to take. There's so many damn plants in here. I don't even know how many I have. Here is another Hoya that I love. Okay, I need to stop saying that I love. Okay, I love every single plant in this greenhouse. Every plant that's in here is my favorite plant. You're going to hear me say that again and again about everything. This is a Hoya clemensiorum. Again, so, so beautiful. These look reptilian. These leaves are absolutely stunning. I love this plant. It is so cool. It's honestly such a hassle getting them out. That's why I leave them alone. I'm always switching things up in here though. Like the plants that are easier to access, I'm like moving things in and out like weekly. I have a heartleaf philodendron here, still in its nursery pot. And I just like it because it's a really full plant. My entire greenhouse, it's styled, it's designed, it's not just random. I put the plants there. It may not be the best place for some of these plants, but I put them there because I like the way they either look next to another plant or the way they just look in the greenhouse. What the is in my eye? Ow. Another plant here is a Paphiopedilum that needs water desperately. Oh my god. Look at that. Leaves are wrinkling. I better do that right now. I'm going to be giving it some plant food. I like to use this Bless Your Soil big green leaves. NPK is 12, 4, and 8. I really like this fertilizer. Some fertilizers will literally have nothing in them. It's not going to do anything for your plant. But this one is full of goodness. I have a discount code that I'll link in the description of this video if you're curious or want to try out a new fertilizer. I'll just show you one more time. Just let that sit for a little bit. Okay, now moving on with the rest of the tour. What's next? Obviously, you can see this. This is a ring of fire. I'm not moving it. It's just here, okay? Nothing crazy. It's literally a ring of fire. It's just pretty decently sized. I really love the leaves. What do you call that? Serrated. And back here, I'm so sad about this one. I don't know what's happening. I'll just bring it out. This is my philodendron bicolor. This was one of my most prized possessions, and it is doing something, and I don't know what's happening. It lost all of its leaves. I don't know. I'm gonna have to pot it up and maybe look at the roots. But it's still a really cool plant. I really love long leaves like this. I want more plants with long leaves. The reason why it's called philodendron bicolor is because the back of the leaves is this beautiful burgundy, and then the front obviously is green. Wow, it's so pretty. I love this plant so much. So here I have this Hoya that needs water. It's a Hindu rope. Hoya, I don't know the scientific name, don't come for me. Oh, Hoya carnosa compacta. It is so full and so cool. I bought this because it has already a bunch of peduncles. You know peduncles? If you're a Hoya person, you know. Back behind it, I have this Monstera albo that I got from Ginger's greenhouse. It puts out these really beautiful leaves. Like, wow. And then the newest leaf here is, oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. I'm not gonna mess with it before I break it. But yeah, this is a plant that also needs water. Jeez, Brandon, you should have watered your plants before you did the tour. I do remember that Hoya needed water too. Oh my gosh, I'm such a bad plant parent, you guys. Like, this desperately needs water as well. This is a Maxillaria tenafolia, or also known as a coconut orchid. The flowers are kind of like burgundy, and it really does smell like coconut, in my opinion. Yeah, I really like the grassy texture too, but need to water it. Next. Shit, what is this? I don't remember what this is called, but it's a silver-leafed Hoya. But yeah, this is just planted in little sphagnum moss. Oh my gosh, and it needs water too. Here is a Hoya that I absolutely love. Hoya Houseplant. It's so, so pretty. I really love this plant. I can't wait for it to bloom. I think, no. It's in this like self-watering pot. I got it from somebody that I don't like them. Anyway, we're not gonna talk about that. But yeah, it's a really, really cool plant. So beautiful. I really want it to bloom, but I also heard the blooms are stinky. I don't know. Here is my philodendron Spiritus Sancti. It's a really, really cool plant. Again, with the long leaves. Here is a Hoya. I bought this on eBay as Hoya Burma. It's a really cool Hoya. I don't know why this one leaf randomly grew way bigger than all the other ones. But I like these leaves are super thick compared to any of my other Hoyas. And I absolutely love that. And I like that it's growing on this hoop. Here is another Hoya. Hoya elengleriana, I think? Something like that? I don't know. You guys, I'm just gonna put the damn names on the screen, okay? I like it. It's just really cute. This like one single vine and a new one's coming up here. It's very dainty and I like it. Here is one of my absolute favorite Hoyas. I just realized you guys can't even see up there. Sorry. I'll show you after. This is Hoya Ganungading Silver. I got this from Annie Stroke My Leaves. She sells a bunch of beautiful, beautiful Hoyas. You should check her out if you like Hoyas. She also sells other plants too, like this Red Anderson that I got from her a while back, which needs cleaning up. I told you guys, this is just how it is. This is real life, okay? I'm not editing or like trying to fake anything. Oh no, the new leaf got a little damaged. Next, we have this Rhaphidophora tetrasperma variegated. I got this from botanic.az on Instagram and on Etsy. It reverted, but that's okay because I'm just gonna chop it back, probably about to here, and it's just gonna sprout back again variegated. But I think it's cool because I can see both variegation and non-variegated. It honestly just looks like a green plant. Well, you can see some of it. I mean, as you can tell by my collection, I'm not really into variegated plants that much. I do have a couple, but okay, this is a little project. I'm not even going to show it to you because I need to take it out. It was a project that I had to do on Insta. Okay, why am I talking about it anyway? Here is one of my coolest plants that I have in this entire greenhouse. This is a Cavendishia grandifolia. Name someone who has it. It is a neotropical blueberry. The flowers are so, so pretty. If I have a picture of it, I'll put it on the screen for you because it did bloom for me once. This is like not the cutest growing plant. It's definitely an odd one. I have it up here in this hanging basket. But I really, really love it. The leaves are super, super cool, big, and they're fuzzy. It's just such a cool plant. I'm obsessed with it. Anyway, moving on. I have a bunch of mounted plants here that I neglect because I'm a bad plant parent. Whatever. Here is a Dischidia major. You can tell because it has one of these things, and you can tell how thirsty it is because it's so wrinkly. So I'm just gonna stick that into. I have this pot here that I used to keep. I had a lotus and it died back, so I took it out. But yeah, I really like having this in here because I just like put my my mounts just in that pot of water. Here is a Hoya imbricata silver. Again, it needs water. I'm so bad, you guys. I'm obviously a chronic underwaterer. But yeah, it is very underwhelming. This, I have no idea. I bought this at a show in LA. I can tell you that these are maybe the jungle cactus. What are they called? I don't remember. Anyway, but this is for sure a Sinningia. It's a Codex. I bought it from this guy in LA, and he like does all of this stuff. I don't remember the name. But also desperately thirsty. Again, all of my plants are so thirsty. Leave me alone. Here is another Hoya that I am just neglecting because it's on the mount. I don't do well with mounted plants, you guys, obviously. They're just too much work. They're just way too much work to water them, to keep up with them. I don't know. But maybe I should take better care of them. I feel so bad. But this is a really cool plant too, a Hoya imbricata. They kind of grow like flat against something when they have support like this. Instead of, like when they don't, they call them tacos, so they close their leaves up like that. Next is this Dischidia imbricata. Similarly to the Hoya imbricata, it grows like this, flush against something. So in nature, it would be up on a tree. And here I have a really cool plant. It's just very underwhelming because if you know what this plant is, you'll know how cool it is. This is a Selenocerius whitei. So it's a jungle cactus, and it's not looking real cute because I'm trying to get it to grow up. But the flowers on this thing, it's otherworldly. You know, they look like an epiphyllum, whatever. But those, I love jungle cactus. I don't know what it is about me. I don't really like cactus outside of the jungle. So I think it's just such a unique thing. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I'm just rambling. Sorry. You need water. I'm gonna put you in there. And you do too. Why did I put you back? Should I keep showing you up here? Can you see up there? Okay. So I have some hanging plants here. My Hoya linearis used to live up there. So pretty. It got spider mites, so I took it out and I lost so many vines. This plant used to be so full and so beautiful. It's still really beautiful, but it used to be way prettier. But it was hanging up here. I'll put it there for now. But as you can see, it gets a lot of sun, and I need to figure out a way to shade it. So I might have to put something. I'm thinking about whitewashing the glass up there because I can't really fit another shade cloth. Moving on. Here is a Hoya, no, this is a Philodendron micans. It's so cool, so long. I need to do some replanting at the top, and it needs a bigger pot. But yeah, it's so pretty. I love seeing the color of the red. Like, it's just so cool compared, like, you know, next to all the green stuff. I like that. Up here, I have Repsalis. That's what they're called, the jungle cactus, Repsalis. So I have two varieties here. I don't know exactly which ones they are. I'm so terrible. I'm sorry. But they are so, so cool. Again, I really love jungle cactus. Let's see if I can show you guys this plant. So, shit, did I lose the tag? Damn it. Anyway, this is a really cool orchid. I really, really, really love this plant. I saw it online. I don't know the name. The flowers, they just hang and dangle. It's otherworldly, so beautiful. If you can find this orchid, buy it. It's not easy to find. And the flowers are so, so cool. I got this one at the Santa Barbara Orchid Show, International Orchid Show. One of my favorite shows. It's just really far away from me. It's my Cebu Blue. It's really cool, really pretty. I got it from Houseplant Nation. Sorry, I'm not used to making videos like this, if you can't tell. So here, I have a coffee tree. This is a Kona coffee, is what I was told. Coffee Arabica, I don't know. There's a bunch of beans, coffee berries on here. I want to take this thing out because it's pretty, but I'm not really the biggest fan of the brown leaves, and that's just what I've noticed with coffee plants. I've never really seen a coffee plant that doesn't have any browning. I just think that's a trait of theirs, and I don't like it, so I'm going to replace it with something else. Here's a Philodendron silver sword. It's really cool. I love the bluish leaves. It's pretty tall too. It's the pot's down there. I'm not gonna show it to you. This is an Araucaria montana. I grew this from a little tiny seedling I bought from eBay. I am obsessed with Araucarias. You'll be more familiar with the name Norfolk Island pine. So this is just a relative of it. Yeah, I just love this plant. It's so cool. I really love tropical pines as well. I got this plant from Kauai. I'll share the nursery with you because I think the tag, no, it doesn't say it. But this is a sword fern from Hawaii, but this is called a kupu-kupu in Hawaii. So, so pretty. I love ferns, you guys. I have another plant down here. It's so heavy. Oh my gosh, okay, I'll just show it to you. This is my Dioscorea mexicana. I have it planted with Selaginella, and it's not woken up yet. I think it's a winter grower, so I'm not gonna see it I'm not gonna see its beautiful leaves until closer to fall or winter. I also really love caudex plants, you guys. They're some of my favorite plants. I don't have very many in here just because they're not really greenhouse plants. But I like having that one in here. It's just so cool. Okay, next I have this Monstera albo with low variegation. And I personally kind of like that. I'm not the biggest fan of variegation, I already told you. Next, I have this Emedrium zippolinum silver, is what it was sold to me as. I just love the blue leaves, you guys. So, so cool. And they're kind of palmate too. I'm out of breath. I'm super out of shape. I have a begonia. Here, I think it's pink mink or pink minx, one of the two. I got this from my friend Noriko on Insta. So, so pretty. I love begonias so much, but I don't have very many because I'm pretty picky about the plants that I bring into my greenhouse. This one is making me sad. This plant doesn't want to do anything for me. This is a Hoya Lois andrewsiana, also known as the dinner plate Hoya. The leaves can get really massive. This is small. I've seen them way bigger. But yeah, it just doesn't really do much for me. Every time it puts out a vine, there's no leaves. And yeah, I just really want it to grow, so I kind of like wrapped it around itself like that, and then I'm just gonna trellis it up. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I have it because it's one of my absolute favorite plants, but I don't know why it's not growing for me when all my other Hoyas are like thriving. If you have any tips, please share them in the comments. Okay. Here I have a Burley Marks Flame Monstera. I bought this super small and it's growing up. I'm so excited. I can't wait to get my first fenestration on this thing. Here I have a Dracaena Song of India. I really love Dracaenas as well. I have a couple more outside of my greenhouse. I don't have everything in here, but I'm just showing you my collection in here. Okay, anyway, here's a Phalaenopsis orchid that I'm gonna take out right now because it's not blooming. I told you guys, like, I literally take things in and out multiple times a week. So it's always kind of switched up in here, even though it looks the same, just because it's just so packed full. Here is a Monstera Escoleto. I got this from Ginger's greenhouse. Such a wild looking plant. So crazy how these form, and I have a new leaf coming in right here too. Here is a Hoya New Guinea Ghost. So pretty how it has some of this sun stressing. Oh boy. Here is my variegated chia pens that I got from Dade Plant Co. So cool, so pretty. Am I boring? Sorry. I just told you, like, I'm just here to show you the plants today. Nothing special. And I honestly, like, I don't really have much to say. Here is my Hoya undulata. I freaking love this plant. The leaves are so wicked. But funny story, I bought this plant because it had a peduncle on it, so it was going to get ready to bloom. But I brought it in here and it blasted. So rude. And it hasn't done shit since. It literally hasn't done anything. No new leaf, no nothing. I mean, it's gotten eaten, that's what it's done. But yeah, I love this plant. I want it to grow so bad. Here I have a variegated Phalaenopsis. So pretty. I have a Ficus ginseng that I got from Dee Dee's Plants. I love this one, just because it looks like he's like... Anyway. I'm gonna get a different tripod because I need to show you guys a couple of other plants that I skipped over, and I want to show you the ones on the floor. Hey, we are on my greenhouse floor. Let's take a look at the plants down here. Here is a Lobesia that I got from Ginger's greenhouse. Absolutely so cool. I think they call this like the tortoise plant or something like that because these look like, or the turtle plant, I don't know, these look like turtles. It looks so cool, so otherworldly. Plants are awesome. Next, we have, can you see? This is just a croton. I'm not really, most people hate crotons, so I love them. I was gonna, oh my god, okay, stop. Here is one of my all-time favorite plants. This is the plant that I am running out of the fire with if my greenhouse was burning down. This is an amau fern, okay? That's what I know it by. I think it's called Sadleria cyathoides is the scientific name. This is one of the first plants to grow after the lava has cooled. It's a tree fern. And the new frond, it comes out and it's like bright orange and bright like red sometimes if it gets, you know, in the sun. Here it's green because we're in the shade. Right next to it, I have another croton right here, so pretty. I really love crotons. They remind me of my grandmother. She had so many of them. So yeah, that's why I love them, just because for the memes. Anyway, here's a rabbit's foot fern here. It's so cool. Has those like, you know, fuzzy rhizomes. Okay, and here is this plant. I'm just gonna show you the tag. I'm not even gonna try to say that. But the flowers are super, super cool. They're red. I'll put a picture up for you. And the leaves are pretty cool too. Right behind it, you can see here, it's a Monstera Thai constellation. It has 4 leaves, one really small one here. I'm not gonna take it out. Can you see this plant? Do I want to show you that plant? This is a Taka chanterii, I don't know. Nothing really cool to see. It's just a big green leaf and a couple of those big green leaves. It's the bat flower, you guys, if you are familiar with that name. And the last plant that I have to show you, oh no, I have one more. Second to last plant I have to show you is this Monstera aria. So yellow variegated. It is so, so cool. Here's the newest leaf. Again, with the pest damage, I really need to get the mantis and put them in here. And one more plant here. This is a Lobesia. Can you see? So cute, so small. But yeah, that's all the plants here in my greenhouse. I don't know how to end this video. So, bye.